Hello everyone. So today I thought I'll talk about how I have been using org mode for many years to learn a new technology, or basically whenever I am trying to learn a new language, or it could be, let us say, using org mode, how to maybe export files to LaTeX or PDF. So basically when I do things with computers, it could be anything, I have to make notes. And making notes is, of course, wonderful because you are basically storing things somewhere so that you can refer back to those things. Now, talking about org mode, now what I have been doing for a long time, in fact, I think this particular document or this org file on the right hand side, it is called as mastering org mode and Emacs. I have been basically storing each and everything, or I should say majority of the things that I do with org mode here on this particular post. And this particular post is basically nothing but an org file which I can search, I can refer to it. So today what I was doing, I was playing with so basically I think sometime back I announced, or I should say I did mention it, that I am writing books. In fact, I have planned to write regular books, and I will be using, or I will try to use only org mode for doing that. So I am actually working on this particular book called Mastering Jira Work Management, which is basically a book on Jira, but just one product of Jira, not really each and everything. But the idea here is that this particular book will be used for, or this particular file is basically not just one file, but multiple files that will be consolidated together to make one book, one big book. Now the thing is that when I work with org mode, I don't really know each and everything. For example, I am also using the same exact file for generating presentation. So if I have to, let us say, maybe conduct a training on Jira, I don't really use PowerPoints anymore. I use basically the HTML file that I generate using org reveal, which I started using. And this is working great. And the good thing about this particular org reveal, I think I made few videos on this particular topic and also exporting as well. The good thing about this particular approach is that you have one file. You can use the same file to basically generate a presentation. And when you're using org reveal, or basically whenever you export something, you have the option to decide what you want to export. So the PDF version or the book will have each and everything, but the presentation will not have each and everything. And there are multiple ways of doing it. For example, if you are looking at, let us say, the text. So if you have something like this, like notes, begin_notes, then these are going to be there in the PDF file, but not the presentation. At the same time, if you want certain sections to be excluded from your export, you can just use a tag called no export. So if you have a no export tag, maybe you want, when I'm exporting it to the presentation, the org reveal presentation, I use this exclude tag on top. But when I'm basically, I can just mention the tag name here. But when I'm not really, so like if I do something like this, no export, then this will not export the section 2 here, for example. And maybe I want it in my PDF, so I just remove it and then I export. It will export each and everything. So the thing is that because I'm doing so many things with org file, reveal, LaTeX, and I have to ensure that I'm using all the right tags here for my startup. For example, sometimes I also present, for example, if I'm making a video on YouTube, I don't really care about the HTML, to be honest. I'm happy to show you this particular file and generate a presentation using org-tree-slide mode. And for that, I also need to set the inline images. So the thing is, the point I'm trying to make is that, of course, I'm trying to cover a bit of org mode, which I have covered, by the way, in the past. But the main thing is that I, of course, don't really remember each and everything. And all the configurations, it is not really possible. And that is why this particular file on the right hand side is basically my reference, my complete reference document. So for example, if I want to learn about let us say LaTeX, so I can just search here and I can actually find things that are related to LaTeX here. And if you notice on this, even on this particular sorry, I was trying to increase the size. So if you look here, even in this document, I have like to do tag, and I also, if I have to make a video on this on a specific topic, I use this particular file as well to make a presentation. So let us say if I have to show you how to customize your export, I can do that. I mean, first of all, it's a wonderful way to fold and unfold things. But if I want, I can also present only the customize org-tree-slide mode. Let us see. So if I do this, it will actually create this presentation, and it will only focus on the customize your export part. So the thing is that these are my rough notes. I mean, not really rough notes, but these are my notes, and these notes are also used to. I mean, I can search these notes because it's a text-based file, and I wanted to talk about this LaTeX part because there are so many things that you can do with LaTeX. I mean, I don't really think I need to know each and everything, but everything that is relevant to me, I keep a track of this. So whenever I'm doing anything, I prefer, two windows, one on the right hand side, one on the left hand side. And by the way, if you remember, if you have been following my channel, I did talk about how to swap your buffers. I mean, because I prefer, if you're using DWM, whenever you create a new, let us say, terminal window or any window, I'm using this styling window manager. So it will be always on the left hand side. So this is like the main area where things will happen. And of course, this is something that I also prefer when I'm working with org mode. My left hand side buffer is the place where I want to basically write. And I want to basically, I think I pressed the wrong button, and I think it will close the org file. But basically what I think I pressed Ctrl+C together. So that is why it is attempting to close. So yes, what I was trying to say is that I prefer this vertical split, and the window on the left hand side or the buffer on the left hand side is the place. And whenever I'm working on org mode, or whenever I'm working on, let us say, the book that I'm writing, I always keep my notes on the right hand side, or basically there is a window which is always open. So this is again a very simple approach to keep track of your notes. I mean, you can also do this note taking somewhere else, but because everything is basically within my computer, nothing but a text-based file, and I don't really like using online note. I mean, there are a lot of sites, right? OneNote. I mean, I've used OneNote. I've used Evernote long back when I used to think that everything should be synced with my mobile, but I don't really think I need that. I mean, 99.999% of the times I'm doing my work on the computer, and that is where I want my things to be accessible, fast. I mean, if I need something, it is always there on my computer, and that is, I believe, that is how I think it should be. I mean, syncing is fine. I mean, I do sync it. I mean, I use SyncThing. I also use Dropbox. And to be honest, I'm still using Google Drive. So I'm not really ashamed of it, but I'm still using it. But the thing is that whatever work I do, it could be the files or whatever I'm doing, I always want those things to be on my computer, and my storage on this particular laptop is only 120 GB, and usually I have 30-40 GB always free, which is more than enough, to be honest, for a text-based file approach. And from time to time I try to get rid of the PDF files which I can generate. I mean, I do save some PDF files, by the way, if I have to, those bills and invoices, but I try to reduce the size. And by the way, on this channel you will find videos where I've shown how to reduce PDF file size. So in this video I actually wanted to talk about I just wanted to present one more use case or basically I wanted to revisit or make a video which I made, I think, many times before. I mean, in fact, when we talk about org mode, it's all about note taking and personal to-do manager. But today I was actually going back to the book that I'm writing after a while, after like a few weeks, and I forgot a few things about LaTeX. And then, of course, I refer to my notes because I have my notes with me all the time. And that is all. That is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.